born as something that contributes to the urban neighborhood, not a parking lot. So screw the parking lot. But I'm going to hand it over to Michael Allen from the Landmarks Association. He's got some proclamations he's going to present.
All right, thank you. Now this morning I had delivered to me by courier these two resolutions in support of the Love-In. This first resolution comes from the Great Rivers Blacktop Parking Alliance, which might not be familiar to all of you, but it's a pro-parking lobby group. Believe it or not, they're in favor of this event, and here's why. Here's the resolution. Whereas the 180 spaces inside of the St. Louis provide more parking than the 100 spaces provided in the Archdiocese parking lot plan. Whereas the covered parking that exists now shelters our precious cars from wind, rain, and intermittent bird droppings. Whereas even parking proponents like us know there is no such thing as a green parking lot. Whereas our cars look better when parked inside of great works of modern architecture. Thus, be it resolved that the members of the Great Rivers Blacktop Parking Alliance prefer the San Luis Apartments to the proposed parking lot for the superior abundance of parking opportunities afforded. Signed and executed by Seymour Carr's president. This next resolution is a little longer, and it comes to us from the North American Human Building Love Alliance. I think some of us are members, actually. I think it's next one. Whereas the San Luis Apartments, formerly the DeVille Motor Hotel, was built for love in 1963 and designed in a high seductive style by architect Charles Colbert that still draws gleeful pillow talk from even the most seasoned St. Louis urbanists. Whereas the DeVille provided a cafe, restaurants, and 229 private rooms to all lovers who pass through its sexy doors. Whereas the San Luis is part of a whole group of mid-century modern buildings, including a Playboy Club on Lindell, whose architectural effect provokes reactions ranging from appreciation to affection to points well beyond description in proper company. Whereas the San Luis, as the DeVille Motor Hotel and later the Holiday Inn Midtown, was the scene of countless dinner dates, eyes cast across the lobby, how do you do's, honeymoons, and even what is termed the rendezvous, and that these events involved all manner and acts of love.
Yes.
Whereas some living St. Louisans owe their births to events that took place. All right. Whereas some St. Louisans owe their own births to events that took place in the 229 private rooms of the mid-century masterpiece. Whereas the city of St. Louis is high in numbers of snakes, rapscallions, carpetbaggers, happy Charlies, no-account jacks, bean counters, and bloggers, but notably low in its present count of lovers whose number infused this city with the lifeblood that sustains it. Whereas a city built on love will endure in perpetuity, and a city built on hate will soon perish. Whereas this mid-century modern motel is the ultimate in retro fabulously sexy architecture, and whereas there is nothing sexy about a parking lot. Be it resolved on this 14th day of February 2009 that the North American Human Building Love Alliance endorses today's Love-In and calls on the City of St. Louis, the Archdiocese, and all citizens to preserve the St. Louis Apartments as a monument to the city's lovers, past, present, and future. Furthermore, we urge President Barack Obama to direct the Secretary of the Interior to immediately make the San Luis a national amorous landmark in honor of its contributions to the American traditions of kissing and squeezing. Signed and enacted by Mary A. Building, President of the North American Human Building Love Alliance. Jeff Fines is going to share his love.
I need a cold shower after that one. This is just a poem I wrote to express all of our appreciation for this great building. It's Valentine's Day and we have a flame to rekindle. Louder! Okay. It's Valentine's Day and we have a flame to rekindle. So that's why we're gathered here at Taylor and Lindell. She's the space-age beauty of the CWE, this tall, sexy building called the San Luis. She's got style, she's got wit, and a wraparound driveway that just won't quit. Modern, sleek, and contemporary, she wasn't built to be temporary. Her retro flair enhances our urban fabric. Like John McCain, she's quite the maverick. Since 1963, she has brightened our day, but the Archdiocese thinks she's just in the way. It's a crappy old building, say some. Tear it down. It's a pain in the ass to park my car in this town. Clearly, these people lack sophistication. They fail to imagine her grand restoration. It's time for some divine intervention to spread the gospel of parking lot prevention. With just a little love, she'd be luxurious. A surface parking lot? You serious? If you're too lazy to walk, then move out to Wentzville and keep your hands off of our Hotel DeVille. This building is cool, we won't let it fall. She's our Cinderella and she's going to the ball!